Lately, I've been experiencing glimpses of consciousness within my dreams. I don't know if any of y'all have experienced that before, but it's like you feel like you're awake, but you're asleep at the same time. And you're like, it's hard to explain it, but it's like you're merged between the dream world and this reality. It's hard to put it into words, but I've been experiencing that lately. I'm trying to get it to the point where I can fully immerse myself into the dream world because that'll be crazy. That'll be so lit if I was able to do that. But I'm getting close because I'm getting those glimpses of consciousness. I just want to get it to the point where I can fully be in a dream world, be fully tapped in with the dream world and conscious at the same time, like astral projecting. And somebody had mentioned to me that he be hearing like music in his dreams. And I've had certain dreams like that as well, to where I would hear music or certain lyrics, but I can never fully hear it through all the way to bring it back into this world. But I be hearing that sometimes. Like there be certain dreams where I'm hearing music and certain lyrics. But yeah, other than that, I just been chilling. Same old. Just working on music, tapping in with myself, just staying out the way, just feeling free, being in the moment. And just me reflecting on back then, I wish I was this way back then. Like, I wish I had this mentality that I have now back then. Because now I can just fully be in the moment without caring about any expectations or the outcome of anything, and just doing things strictly for the passion of it. I mean, back then I was still doing my passions, like I was still creating music and all of that, but I just had the wrong intentions with it. My intentions with that stuff back then was like, oh, I gotta prove these people wrong, or I'm trying to make it big and all of that, do this and that. Now I don't even care about that stuff. I can just be in a moment. It just shows you how this world programs you to think that a lot of this worldly stuff matters so much. Like I'm so glad I fully tapped in with myself over the years. Like I'm so glad I reached this mentality. I just feel way more peaceful. I got way more clarity nowadays. More than ever, I got so much clarity from just tapping in, from just staying out the way. And once you start to fully tap in with yourself, you're really going to enjoy your own company. Except if it's people who are on the same mentality. Like if there's people who've been tapping in with themselves and who are at peace with life and who are still in the moment, you're going to enjoy those type of people's company around you, or You're gonna enjoy even conversations with those type of people. But for people who haven't been tapping in with themselves, it's like you can't even be around them. You can't even tolerate it because you reached a certain level of just internal fulfillment and peace. That if people ain't on that mentality, it impedes with your frequency. Because you reached a certain level, you're just free. And you start to realize most people aren't on that mentality. He said, I watched your video on how to tap in. By the way, I like how you try to help your subscribers. Yeah, man, no problem. I appreciate you for watching that video and taking heed to that message because a lot of people avoid topics like that. So it's good to know that people are taking heed to that. I just break it down as simple as possible, bro. I'm not here to grift you. I'm not here to talk in circles like most of these other people do. I break it down as simple as I can. I'm literally doing this for free. I'm just giving out, just dropping gems, just giving out gems. Now you can instantly tap in with yourself. It doesn't cost any amount of money. It's so simple. He said, I love being alone now. My family has called me out for being distant, but when I interact with them, it feels off. I love being alone. Yeah, same with me. I enjoy being alone. And like I said, if people ain't on the same mentality, it's like you can no longer connect with them. It's either people can meet you on your level or they can uplift you even higher or they can drag you down. Those are the only three options. So it's like if they're not uplifting you higher, if they're not meeting you on your level, by default, they can only be dragging you down. And at this point, people just want to be free. Like it's 2025. It's a whole new energy on this planet. The number 25 means completion. And I'm not even into numerology or nothing like that, but I just made my own interpretation of that. And I was right. But I just made that assumption. Like when I see the number 25, that's what it just signifies to me. Because I think about it as like an anniversary number, like 25 is like completion. That's the way that I was thinking about it. And then once you do your research on it, you find out that it means completion and that this year means completion. It's like a start of a new cycle. So that's why you probably feel free now. Because even as far as last year in 2024, just the energy was off. It was just a terrible year all the way around. But as soon as 2025 came around, I just felt new. I felt renewed. It was like a rebirth, like a start of a new cycle. Just a year of completion. Now I just feel free. I'm just able to create. He said, my bad for typing the same thing. My phone tripping. No, you good. But yeah, I'm just enjoying my own company even more nowadays. because it's just easier to put in more work when it's not so many distractions around you. And you just have that alone time, all that free time to yourself. And I'm just taking advantage of it. And it really starts to feel like you're in a separate reality from people, like that 5D split that people be mentioning. Like it's true, because that's how much that you tap in with yourself to the point where you feel like you're in your own dimension or something, away from people. It'd be even certain moments where I'd be just so zoned into what I'm doing or just tapped in to where I'd be kind of feeling like I don't even know the word for it, like disassociated from this reality. He said, when you meditate, how long do you meditate for? I heard you should do it for 30 minutes or so. What's your perspective? I don't really think you should put a time limit on it. For me, I don't put no time limit on it, so I couldn't even tell you. And sometimes when I meditate myself to sleep. So I'll be meditating and then I'll fall asleep. So I don't be knowing like how long I meditated for. And there's like unlimited forms of meditation. It's not just like crossing your legs or none of that. I made videos on that as well. Like all the different forms of meditation. You can meditate by just being still, by just being in a moment. You can multitask while meditating. Like it's all it all starts with your mind. I like listening to music. Like that puts me in a meditative state. Just listening to music that puts me in a trance. I even be listening to my own music to put me in that state. And recently I've been falling asleep while listening to my own music. And that's when I was experiencing that. That's when I was experiencing those glimpses of consciousness, like in my dreams. It's really to the point where you don't even know if you're asleep or dreaming. I've experienced that a lot, even when I be meditating. Sometimes when I meditated, I would reach a point to where I didn't even know if I was asleep or meditating, because that's how zoned in that you be. He said, I saw those videos you made about meditating as well. I normally lay on my back, close my eyes, listen to your meditation soundtrack sometimes. Oh yeah, my playlist, my meditation playlist. Yeah, you can play meditation frequencies or you can play certain music. That's why I like making certain type of music with that sound. And I like listening to music with that sound, like that meditative frequency to it. because it puts you in that meditative state. That's one reason why I love music so much, because you can enjoy it and it can just give you that meditative sensation. I don't think there's no better feeling than that. He said even monks in China, Japan, etc. be meditating and speaking on it as well. Yeah, I wish I was doing this before, man, when I was younger. Cause I would be on a whole different level. You just start to view everything differently. Like if you see them certain advertisements where they be like, here's how to boost your numbers up. Like all of that stuff, it doesn't even resonate with you because you don't have no care about it. Like now my perspective is just so different. I view certain stuff like that as just so played out. Like anything that's about getting followers or getting your views up and get like that stuff doesn't even resonate with me. That's how detached that you become just from tapping in with yourself. Like you don't care about the validation. You don't care about none of that stuff. I mean, if you get it, you get it. But nowadays, you really just don't even care about that stuff. Like if it happens, it happens. So be it. But that's why you just feel more free. Like you're no longer trying to appease nobody. You're no longer chasing after things like views or clout, this and that. He said, if you think about it, when it comes to these how to do this and do that type of videos, those videos show how they did it and what worked for them because you could do it but get other results. It's not accurate. I don't be watching that type of stuff. I used to in the past, but that was way back then. Cause I just don't care enough about that stuff anyway. And most of it just be a scam. And the stuff that they're trying to promote, I don't even care about. Like, oh, get more views. Who cares? Oh, get more followers. But it's like that stuff is so played out and corny to me now. Probably when I was like in middle school or something, I would care about that. Oh, followers, this and that. It's like that stuff doesn't even register to me nowadays. You just be feeling so at peace. You just start to realize, damn, I don't need none of that stuff that I grew up stressing about, that most people are out here chasing. Like, I don't need it. And you reach that level by just tapping in with yourself. It's one of the best feelings to get to, because now you can just be at peace. You can be free and be in the moment. That's the key. You said me either. But yeah, that's the key of it all, is just tapping in and just being in the moment. All of this other stuff does not matter. Anything that's about going outside of yourself and chasing this and that, or being on a hamster wheel for this and that, trying to get this, like, doesn't matter. Whatever level that you're trying to reach in this world, you can already reach it by just tapping in. It's already within you. Like, I'm so glad I've adopted this mentality. Because now you don't have to rely on anybody for the most part. You don't need a million people cheering for you to make you want to do something. It's already going to be within you. Like, I love being able to create that way, to where I'm not relying on this outside validation to keep me going. I mean, when it's genuine, it does help, but that's about it. Like, I appreciate the genuine support and the genuine push that people give you, but that's about it. I'm not running out here chasing it though, and I'm not relying on it, because once you become relying on that, it's going to slow you down. All you need is about one or two genuine people in your corner, and that stuff goes a long way. Like, this world programs you to think that you need a billion people. Like, what I've come to realize is that you don't need a billion people. You can have one or two people. You can spark a change. I just seen how far it goes. This world really programmed us backwards. Like, people don't realize all this stuff that we think that we have to go out of our way for, we can do it now. It starts with us. Like, you don't need expensive equipment to create. You can start now and do it from your phone. Like, it's so simple. You don't need a billion people co-signing you for you to do something. All you need is yourself for one, but all it takes is a couple of genuine supporters. That's going to create a snowball effect. That's going to give you that push. Trust me, I've seen how it works. All I need is that one genuine person in my comment section who I know is genuine, who's giving me that upliftment, who enjoys the work that I put out, and that gives me that push. And that's what made me realize you don't need a million people. And that goes far beyond that. This is just an example of how people think that you need so much to do something. All it takes is that one genuine supporter to give you that push, like, that. And that stuff really uplifts you. It makes you go harder. And you start to see how the results of it, like, damn, this gave me that extra boost, that extra push. Like, and all it took was one person to give you props, to give you the credit. And then once the outside world sees that one person is rocking with you, that's going to draw more people in because they see that you already got at least one or two genuine people who's supporting you. All it takes is one. He said, if you want to make it out or at least be where you personally want to be at in life, don't listen to society standards, expectations, programming, facts. Most people follow the script and don't really gain or get anything out of it. Yep. This is why I tell people just tap in with yourself. It costs $0. Everything that you're searching for is already within you. Because if I didn't have this mentality, I would have just never even started. Because what that mentality does, when you're relying on the outside world and feeling like you need this and that, it just gives you a reason to make excuses. Because you'll be thinking to yourself like, damn, I don't have this, I don't have that. How can I even do something? You think you got to go above and beyond, or you think you got to have a million people supporting you. Like, no, bro, it all starts within you. You can start right now. Even as far as music, I used to think I had to go to the studio. I really thought that was the only way. Like, damn, I got to get studio time. And all I was doing was creating a blockage. Like, that's all this type of mentality does, is create a blockage. Because you think that you need to do this and that. Like, then I realized, bro, I can just create from the phone. Like, you start to realize that you can do things on your own. You can do it yourself. That's what I'm basically trying to say. And I do this stuff for my passion anyway. I'm not trying to be an established artist or this and that, or be the biggest YouTuber on the planet. Like, no, I just do this for fulfillment. I do this because I love it. I enjoy it. So when I'm creating from that standpoint. I'm not focused on the outcome or trying to be so perfect. Like, of course, I know this stuff ain't gonna be perfect quality because I'm not using $1 million worth of equipment. I'm using a phone. And I'm doing it because I enjoy it. It's a passion of mine. The music is a passion of mine, so that's all I'm doing it for. But I can only imagine if I didn't adopt this mentality that I have now. I would have still been thinking I need this and that. I would have still just been stuck. I would have been trapped, feeling like, oh, I need this and I need that to do this. Even as far as YouTube, I used to think that way. That's why I didn't start YouTube back then when I wanted to, when I really wanted to. Because I used to think, oh, I need this type of camera, I need this. And I would just compare myself to other people in that field. Like, man, I gotta be doing what they do. And I gotta, like, nah, bro. It all starts with you. All your creative ideas and aspirations, it starts with you. Just take action on it. You don't need the whole world to already be on your wave before you create one. Just stay true to yourself. He said, I do damn near everything from my phone nowadays too, yeah. And I don't even have the latest phone and I'm doing this from a phone. You see a lot of people out here with the latest iPhones, the newest iPhones and all the latest technology, and they're not even taking advantage of it because they still have that mentality to where they think they need more expensive equipment, even more than that. They don't understand, like, bro, you have a phone. Not only do you have a phone, but you have one of the newest phones out. Do you realize you can create off of that? You can do so much with that. But people still have that mentality to where they think, oh, I need this and that. And bro, you already have the tools. It's already within you. You already have it. Just start now. I'm so glad I don't have that blockage. I don't have that type of blockage in my mentality. Because I can just create free. Like, I can just create so free in a moment. Not caring about the outcome, this and that. I can just be so free. And this is the way that everybody should be. You should be free and expressive and just in that moment. If you want to do something, just do it. If you want to drop something, drop it. Like, that's how I am. I'm not going off no schedule or set time or set date. Especially because I'm just doing this as a passion. So it's like you shouldn't even have to worry about an outcome if you know you're doing something for the passion of it. Because certain people think like, "Oh, I can't do this right now. I gotta wait till this time." And it's like when you're doing it for the passion of it, you don't even care about all of that. You're just doing it strictly for the passion. So none of that other stuff matters to why you're doing it or to what you're gonna get back if you do it at a certain time or like none of that BS matters. A lot of people are in their own ways, bro. Everything starts within you. You already have all the tools. You already have it. All the stuff you think you need, you already have it. And even if you don't have it off the rip, over time you'll get the hang of it. Yeah, you might start off and it might not be good or nothing. Like you might start off and you might be lackluster at something, but over time you're gonna get better, you're gonna progress. But people don't even they don't allow themselves time for that. It's all just a process. I'm so glad I haven't given up on myself neither. Because even when people start creating or they have an aspiration or a passion or a gift or a talent, they pursue it until it's no longer cool or they reach adulthood, like I mentioned in my previous live stream, and then they give up on that stuff. And all you did was just fumble. You fumbled all of your potential. That's what you did. You just noticed that the longer that you do certain things, whether if it's a craft or a passion of yours, the longer that you do it is the better that you get at it, which is simple. And you're going to be able to master it, whatever craft that you're partaking in. If you just continue to do it over time and be consistent, don't even feel forced to be consistent with it. Well, you shouldn't feel forced because it should be a passion. You should just already love to do it. But over time, you're just going to progress at it. This is why you should never give up on that stuff because you can only get better over time. It's like, why give up on your passions? Something that you've already given your so much time and energy to. You've already given so much time and energy to your passion, and you just going to give it up. This is the reason why certain people are gone and certain people are still here till this day because it shows who's really doing this for the passion, who's really on this path. You'll see a lot of people come and go, but the ones who remain, they're the ones who are genuine about it. And once you start having ulterior motives about this stuff, that's where it just slows you down. You start having all these expectations about stuff when it should have all just been about the passion and being in the moment. Having all those expectations and all of that is only defeating the purpose of it. of your passion or your craft. You're just limiting yourself. And like I said, it's only going to create an excuse. It's only going to give you an excuse. Like, oh, I didn't reach this, so I can't do this no more. Like, it shouldn't even be about any of that stuff or any of those expectations. You should just be doing it because you love it.